Hi Sagittarius, it's Rebecca from Being Human Tarot here with your November 2018 reading. This month I am reading with the Illus Tarot by Christy Prokopiak. Probably butchered her last name, but I'll link to it in the description. This deck is really cool because all of the majors in the court cards are depicted by 90s pop culture icons. So if you're a child of the 90s like I am, that's a lot of fun. You'll see the illustrations. They're pretty cool because I already drew your cards, so I know that you got a few. The downside is that the minors are all depicted super literally. So if you drew the Five of Cups, it would just be 5 cups. No other illustration or context with it, so it's really hard to read intuitively with the minors. So for the purposes of this reading, I'll be referring to Smith Rider-Waite imagery when I look at the minors, and a little bit when I look at the majors too, but you'll see that the majors and core cards are quite fun. I'm sticking with the same 3 card spread that I've done in previous months, where the first card indicates what to focus on this month, the second card indicates what to set aside for the month, and the third card indicates an additional consideration for the month. So, to start you off, you drew a card that 2 other signs also drew this month. The Knight of Cups, represented by Winona Ryder, in your focus. And so as a focus, the Knight of Cups is really about, because the Knights are about motion, moving, at various paces. The Knight of Cups is moving somewhat slowly, but he is active. So it's very cautious, kind of like scoping things out move. And for Cups being all about feelings and emotions, you're really kind of exploring a new feeling that you're having. Or maybe it's not a new feeling, maybe it's something that you've been dealing with for a while, but you're only now kind of like ready to sort of take action on whatever it is. So this could be, it's really hard to, and such a general reading for all Leos, and it is sort of a brief reading in that it's 3 cards, so I won't try to guess specifically what it is. It can be applied to so many different ways. So I think that it will probably make sense to you and your given situation, what that means for you. So just as like a total, just throwing an example out there in case you need one to kind of flesh out what that means a little bit more. Maybe you're having some feelings for someone and you haven't shared those feelings before and you're anxious about it, anxious that they won't be reciprocated, those kinds of things. And like, if that's the situation for you, then this is the month where it makes sense to take some steps towards telling that person. Or if it's not necessarily telling them, maybe it's demonstrating the care that you have for them through other actions. So it's things like that this is a good month for. In your position of what to set aside, you drew Oprah as the King of Pentacles. And so I think that really the cards are urging you to kind of be more of a romantic this month. King of Pentacles, it's an earth sign, very practical, very good at getting things done and being on top of shit, but also very unlike your focus of the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is a little bit more like timidly, like testing out some feelings, and the King of Pentacles is being like logical and practical and, balancing budgets. And I think Cups and Pentacles can sometimes be in a little bit of a conflict with each other. So if you're getting pressure to kind of be more logical, if, you know, in that example I gave earlier, if someone were to tell you, no, don't do that, like, what if he or she, you know, doesn't like you back, and then, like, you know, you can't be friends, or then, like, you can't do blank. Like, you need to not be that logical about it this month. Not like that, not that that friend would be embodying the King of Pentacles, no, but that's just an example of sort of putting aside sort of like the logic that might be like a friend or our own selves might be like telling us over and over again. Sometimes we have to take kind of like these night-like emotional risks, and that's okay. And if it doesn't work out, that's okay too. But now you know, and you tried, and you were true to yourself and what you were feeling. So don't be like overwhelmed with, oh, I should be doing this. This is the thing that makes sense this month, because sometimes the things that don't make sense are the things that make the most sense. In your additional consideration, you drew the Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands is, it's like the completion of a suit. And so it's wrapping things up. In the 10 in particular, in the Smith Rider-Waite, it's a guy who's like holding all of these 10 branches, and he's about to arrive at his like destination of this town where he would have like transported all the branches. And so it's a message for you in this spread this month that if you feel very tired, maybe it's even this situation. Maybe you went ahead and like did the work, said the thing to the person, you know, or showed your feelings to them. And again, that's one example that, like, I don't mean that for all Sagittariuses. So I hope that it's not annoying that I keep going back to that sample, but I just like need to have kind of a frame of reference that's helpful. So yeah, maybe you've done the work of this and are worried that it might not have been fruitful, that you like took on all of this burden, went through like the whole cycle of something, and you can't quite see the end result yet, but the end result is like actually right there. It's a little bit hidden. So if you're feeling kind of defeated, if you're feeling down on yourself, don't give up. Give yourself credit for all that you've done, and know that like right around the bend, even if you can't see it right now, is going to be some reward. It's going to be like you're going to be able to drop all of this burden of the 10 wands, and really feel kind of like some fulfillment and contentment that you've been looking for. Whether it's in relation to this situation or something else, know that some relief is not far away. So that's your reading for this month, Sag. I hope that you found it useful, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. I upload videos before the 1st of every month, so you have a little bit of time to check them out. And if you hit the bell icon next to subscribe after subscribing, you'll be automatically notified as soon as I do upload the videos, so that you don't have to check in and see if they're there. So that's it. I'll pause this and pan down so that you can see your little mini spread laid out together, because I think that's helpful visually. Okay, bye, Sag. So as you can see, you have your Knight of Cups, King of Pentacles, and 10 of Wands. Thanks for tuning in.